In this video, we're going to show you how we installed our new mirror lights from Freedom Retrofits. And we're going to tell you all about them.
We've uploaded more than 130 videos to our channel. Many are modifications we've done to our FJ Cruiser. If that interests you, we hope you'll consider subscribing.
This FJ Cruiser mirror light drop-in kit from Freedom Retrofits is a direct replacement for these tired-looking stock lights. And they're crazy simple to install using just common hand tools.
Let's get at it.
First thing we need to do is get the mirror out of the housing. To do that, we'll turn the mirror all the way out. Then tilt the mirror all the way in at the top. Then take a flat screwdriver and put it up behind the mirror, right at the center of the mirror, up about 1.25 inches. And then twist. Don't pry, just twist the screwdriver. And hold on to the mirror, because it might come completely out all at once. And then just give that screwdriver a twist, and that'll release the clips at the bottom and the sides, and then it'll come right out. Yeah, see, this is what you're doing with that screwdriver. You're just putting it right up in here, and then you're twisting it, and that releases these clips at the bottom, and then these come loose automatically, and then these kind of go up into the slots in the mirror itself. Next, we have to take off this surround. To do that, Phillips screwdriver, take out the screw here, and one here. All right, after you get those 3 screws out, you're going to find a little clip right here. You need to move that clip down towards that direction, and that will release this surround. Now, it might fight back a little bit at first, but it does come right out. There are some little clips on this side of the mirror holding on this side. So when you pull it off like this. After you get the surround off, you want to take out these 2 screws right here. And you also have a couple little silver clips on this side. Just grab the side of the mirror and pull this way, and that'll release those. Now we have one more screw to take out, and that will release the entire stock light and housing. And that's right here at the top. And now we'll just move the back side of the mirror housing back a little bit, grab onto your light, and that comes right out. Now, experts say to first disconnect the vehicle's battery before going any further. Next, we're going to cut these 2 wires one at a time, leaving about 1 inch or so, just in case we want to put the light back in, which I don't see why, but if you cut it too short, right up against this plug, you're never going to be able to splice it back in. So leave about 1 inch, cut them one at a time.
The lights themselves are KC Cyclones, a great quality light. And the new brackets screw right to the original mount and are marked left and right.
They come in your choice of either amber or white, and there's a built-in resistor to dim them to road legal brightness. Also in the kit are these easy to use wire connectors.
All right, let's put them in.
Now we just do everything in reverse. For the bracket, the lettering, the left hand and the right hand lettering on this side of it goes towards the top. Right like that. And then we'll put in this one screw right here. Now we can take our light, feed the wires through the slot that's in the housing or in the bracket, and make sure that the logo is pointing up. Then we can take the stainless steel bolt and nut that comes with the kit, put the bolt through, then put the nut on the back side of that bolt. Then put your hex key or Allen wrench on the outside on the bolt and your socket inside, and just tighten it down. Now we can put the mirror surround back in place, starting with these 2 clips on this side. Snap them in place. Then We just put in all the screws we took out. Now comes the time we have to connect our old wires to our new wires from our new light. Now to get these stripped back, there's not a whole lot of room to get some wire strippers in there, so I'm going to use a simple utility knife, but I'm going to be very, very careful. I don't cut down in there very far because these wires are really small and I don't want to cut off any of those copper strands that are inside here. So I'm just going to be really careful not to cut my fingers and that copper wire. Then take my fingernail in that cut I just made and pull that insulation off, just like that. Now we can connect the wires, right? But which one of these yellow wires is the positive and which is the negative? For whatever reason, Toyota did not mark them at all. They're identical looking. So what we have to do is take these wires and just randomly hook them up. Just do a little twist on the wires just to connect them. And then we'll turn on our marker lights and see if the new light comes on. And our light did not come on. So that tells us you have a 50-50 chance of getting it right the first time. We did not. So we got them backwards. So we'll try it again. There. Now it's on. Now we can make a permanent connection using the supplied connectors. First thing you need to do is make sure you put this connector on one of the wires. This is the easier one to put it on, actually. Slide it up out of the way. Then take your wires and twist them together. Make a nice little secure twist. Okay, we have those twisted together nice. Now we can slide our connector up over that connection we made with the wires. Now before I do that, I want to point out that these connectors are different on the ends. There's a large end and a small end. The small end is meant to go over the smaller diameter factory wires. Our new wires are a little bit fatter. Then we just move that up over our connection and then get this silver ring right over our bare wires. That's a little piece of solder in there that we're going to melt. Now we need to apply some heat to our connectors. Now there's a couple of ways to do this. You could use a heat gun, but I would use mine, but I'm afraid that because the heat just goes everywhere, that it would mess up some of the other plastic here. So I'm just going to use a simple lighter to heat these up. Now the trick with using a lighter is don't get the flame right on this plastic, otherwise it will melt or bubble up. So you just pass it back and forth and you'll see that plastic start to shrink down around it. Leave a little bit of heat right there at that silver ring and get that melted. Yep, there it went. It doesn't take much for that to melt. It's surprising. Now the other one. Being careful not to melt any plastic. And that is it. They're together. Now before we go any further, putting the rest of the mirror back on, I'm going to test it one more time. Make sure, yep, okay. Now to keep our wires from dropping down into the mirror mechanism down here, I'm going to take just a little zip tie and zip tie them up to this part of that new bracket. Now we put the mirror back on. To do that, we'll first engage these clips at the top and they go up and under these little things right here. So you just kind of have to try to weasel them in there. There, those are in. Then we can push the mirror down onto the clips on the sides and those at the bottom. And then grab on the mirror, make sure it's connected on there good. And that's it.
These look so good with our LED headlights, also from Freedom Retrofits.
Yeah, head over to their website and check out what they have. They're making some really unique, innovative lights.
If you like this video, hit the like button, and we hope you'll consider subscribing.
And look us up on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks for watching.
Many are modifications we've done to our The lights themselves are Sakely Cyclones. What?
Those two.
The lights themselves are KC Cyclones, a great quality light. Oh, I went too loud.
They come in your choice of amber